Hello everyone, this video is the GCPS tutorial, a step-by-step walkthrough on how to use the system to generate business intelligence. GCPS is hosted on the website of acdata.ai, featuring the integration of cleaned financial data and visualization and analytics tools. You can get business intelligence quickly by a few clicks if you know the right question to ask. To date, it hosts the data of 33,000 plus companies from the world's top 20 plus stock exchanges. The companies are headquartered in about 100 countries. Data dimension includes industry, financial performance, region, both country and state, and finally time. The system also facilitates open sharing and learning. GCPS is web-based, and so you can sign in or sign up here. Once signed in, please open your workspace here. In your workspace, you'll first see your dashboard, which summarizes your activities, such as your current projects and your interactions with other users. For example, likes, sites, comments, and so on. If you want to create some analysis, please click on GCPS. Once we're inside the GCPS, we can create a new project or edit an existing project. So let's create a new project. So let's see, the project title would be Job Analysis. And in abstract, we type in my dream job. Okay, then click on Submit. Here, a new project with job analysis title was created. Now we can change the project title. Just edit the title here and click on check mark. And we can also change the abstract. Let's see, add in a year and check mark. All right, now you can also search projects by title. Let's see, we want to find out all the projects related to job. Here we go, and these are all the projects we have. Now let's edit a project by click on edit. Okay, now let's edit the project. So the first thing you want to do in editing mode is to create a new page so you can access to the data and analysis tools. Now, before I introduce all the analysis tools, let me first tell you, you can save the project by clicking on the Save button. You can preview the project, right? That is to present the project to your audience by using the Preview button, which we're going to do later. You can also rearrange or reorder the page sequence using the Reorder button. Now, once you are done with the project, you can exit project by pressing on the cross symbol. It's a good habit to name your pages. Let's see, the first page, we give a title of my first page. And you can also write down your notes here, which might include insights or any summaries, conclusions here. Let's say my notes. So on a new page, you can choose from the following options: upload image, right? Or you can perform analysis using the analysis tools, or create a template page, or create a page for GCPS Navigator, or finally create a GCPS supply chain mapping. Now let me explain each of these options one by one. For instance, clicking on the analysis tool button brings down a drop-down menu where you can select a variety of different analysis tools. Right, we have three broad category of analysis you can choose from. The first one is business geographic information, which projects company information to maps. Right, and second, we have industry analysis, which compare and contrast different industries. Right, using tools such as benchmark by industry, benchmark by KPI, concentration and competition intensity, industry breakdown, industry comparison, industry trend, and so on. Right, and finally we have the enterprise diagnosis, right, used to compare different companies side by side. So we have enterprise breakdown, enterprise comparison, enterprise ranking, enterprise trend, and so on and so forth. Now let's select one of the business geographic information to try it on. Let's first open a map tool by enterprise distribution and see how it works. Okay, now on the left panel, you can select the industry, country or region, right? Organizational forms or year. Now you can ignore the organizational forms, right? Unless you are interested in state-owned enterprises. Okay, now let's select industry first. Now please pay attention to the labels. Right, level 1 shows the broadest, right, classification, and level 4 is the most granular level of industry classifications. Right, for example, in level 1 we have 11 major industry sectors, from energy, materials to real estate. Right, now if you want to drill deeper, right, you can go, let's say, into, let's say, level 4, right? So level 4, within industries, right, we can see we have transportation, right, and inside transportation we'll have airlines, air freight, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for now, let's select all, but if you're interested in specific industries, you can just search here. Let's say airlines, right? You can select airlines. But now let's select all of them, right? Let's go level 1, right? Select all. Now for countries, we have about 100 countries here, including the world. That means all the countries combined. The default is United States, right? You can choose any other countries as well as the world, right? Instead. Now let's keep default for now. Let's do 2022. That's fine. So let's start analysis. Okay. Now we can close the left panel just to increase the area for showing the map. Now you can see that this map shows the number of companies in each of the states, with California actually has the highest number of enterprises, 906, which is followed by Texas, 527, and New York, 524. Now you might be interested in something else. Let's say total revenue. Right, it looks like Texas actually has higher total revenue than California. And some other people may be interested in the total net income, right? Well, actually, California has the highest net income, and also maybe inventories, liabilities, right? Let's say liabilities. Actually, New York has the highest liability, and labor productivity, right? That means the revenue generated per employee, right? So that's the right panel. You can select all these different KPIs. Now, if you notice, then on the top of the right panel, we have a few other buttons you can choose from. Let's see, the first one is the bar chart, right? So instead of the map, right, sometimes you may find bar chart to be more clear or intuitive, right? Now, let's come back to the map. Now, you can also show the labels or hide the labels, right? Whatever you like to see. And you can also hide the legend. Right, so now we'll need more space for you to show the map, right? And finally, you can save. You can save or download the picture to your local computer. Right? Don't forget to save your analysis so you can access to it next time. Now let's showcase an industry analysis tool. Right? Let's create another new page. Right, on this page, let's go to analysis tools. Let's first maximize full screen. Right, and let's go to industry analysis tools. Right, and let's perform a profit versus cost analysis. Right, on the left panel, right, let's select net income. Right, and just in level 1, right, let's select two major industries. Let's see information technology and industrials, right? Okay, now we use United States, year 2022, and let's start analysis. Okay, here we go. Now, clearly we can see that as cost increases, right, IT companies are more scalable, are much more profitable than industrial companies, right, such as UPS, FedEx, Boeing, and so on and so forth. Right, the IT companies includes Apple, Google, Microsoft, Meta, and so on and so forth. Now, there are several functions you can use to enhance the insights. The first one is notice that there could be some companies falls way off the range of other companies. These are the outliers. Sometimes the outliers might skew the graph, so you might want to remove them, right? So we can remove some of these outliers just to make the picture more insightful, right? Let's use these scissors. Let's see if we can cut off Uber, which lost pretty badly in year 2022, right? Or we can add it back, right? Now, sometimes it's useful to search and highlight companies in these scatter plots because there are way too many companies here, right? And you cannot easily find out the one that you are interested. So let's say, suppose we want to highlight a company, right? Just for example, right? Let's say Apple. Oops. Right. Let's see if we want to highlight Apple and maybe another company. Let's say Boeing. Right. Okay. Let's say highlight. Okay, they're here and there. Now, of course, we can cancel the highlighting. Just click on the cross button. And sometimes it's useful to add notes or annotations, right, on the map, on the graph, right? Let's say we notice that Boeing actually was losing money in this year, right? So we might want to add a note, right behind it to see that, say, Boeing had a loss, right, on the comments, right? Of course, we can easily remove the comments, right, as we wish. I also like to demonstrate an enterprise diagnosis tool, right? Let's first create a new page. On this new page, let's go to analysis tools, and within enterprise diagnosis, right, we can find out, let's say enterprise comparison. And suppose we want to compare Alphabet, which is Google, right, Microsoft and Apple. Now, if we know their industry classification, right, which is information technology, and their country, which is United States, right, we can select these parameters and then in the company filter, just search for these companies, right? Let's see, we can type in Apple, right? Here's Apple and so on and so forth, right? Now, suppose you do not know the classifications or even countries of these companies, you just know the company name. Then you can use autofill, right? Clear this up, right? And autofill allow you to search for those companies. And once you find out these companies, and the system will automatically fill in the parameters for you. Let's see, we're interested in Apple. Right. Okay, select Apple, and second Microsoft. Right, and that's the second company we're interested in. And finally, Alphabet. Right. Okay, let's say we can set it. Right. See, the system will automatically find out they are classified as information technology, and their company headquarters in United States. Right. And then we can start analysis. Right. Okay. Now, let's also close this. Just increase the size. Right. This is just a size comparison. Right, regarding the we're comparing these three companies on total revenue, gross profit, operating income, net income, and profit before tax. Now, of course, we can select off some of these just to focus on the others. Now, if you are not interested in size, you want to compare the profitability, right? Just select profitability and run the analysis again. It would be much easier for people to understand and appreciate your work if you can include some template pages into your project to summarize your findings and insights. There are 4 types of template pages, right? If you click on the template page button, right, you can choose from 4 different types which have different formatting, such as the title page, the content page, the split page, and blank page. In addition to the analysis tools, the site also provides some visualization tools to view the relationship among industries. The first tool is GCPS Navigator, which allows users to search industry classification of a company, identify its competitors. The second tool is supply chain mapping, which positions a company in a supply chain to help identify its potential suppliers and customers. These visualization tools can be used either inside or outside of the project editing mode. Let's illustrate the GCPS Navigator by example. Alright, suppose we want to search for Apple to find out its classifications and major competitors. Now on the left panel, it summarizes the company name, headquarter country, and its classifications. Right, so it is belongs to the sector of information technology, industry group, technology, hardware, equipment, and all the way down to the most granular level of classification, which is sub-industry, right? Technology, hardware, and storage peripherals. Now, I also listed its major competing enterprises, such as Samsung Electronics, Dell Technologies, and Lenovo. Now on the right picture, you can see the classification tree, right, top down from major sectors all the way to sub-industries, right, which is technology, hardware, storage, and peripherals. Now you can see some of the competitors or companies in this sub-industry, including Apple, right? The size of the circle is proportional to the total revenue, right? That's because we select the KPIs here to be total revenue. Now, of course, we can select other KPIs as well, right? Net income, total assets, net margin, and so on and so forth. Now, of course, you can also select a specific country, right? Instead of the world, specific country, right? To narrow down the competition. Now, let's keep the world. And let's scroll on the sub-industry, right, which will bring out many more companies, right, in the same sub-industry. Now let's illustrate supply chain mapping by the same example. So a new slide, a new page. Let's open supply chain mapping, right? And let's search Apple. Here we go. And so, okay, here's the map is supply chain mapping is generated. Now you can see, right, Apple is classified as one of the technology, hardware, storage, peripheral companies. And here we show its upstream and downstream industries, right? Upstream such as electronic components, electronic equipment and instruments, and also system software and so on. The downstream customers could be data processing and outsourcing service because they use hardware, technology distributors, computer and electronics retail, and so on and so forth. Now, if we open each one of those, right, you can see the detail. Let's say computer and electronic retail, right? Open the industry detail, open node detail. You can see the companies here. So these are the potential customers, such as Best Buy, and some other companies from different countries. Now, if I'm interested in, we can remove certain countries or add them back. Let's say we remove United States, right, to see companies from other countries, right? We can also add it back. Once you're done with the project, you can present the results to your audience interactively by clicking on the preview button. And this will bring the results to the presentation mode in which you can use the interactive graphs or charts, right, to illustrate your insights. Let's first maximize it. And in each of the charts, right, you can bring up more numbers or more insights. You can even change the KPIs, right, on this chart. That's the graphs, and now let's look at industry analysis. And here we can select off some of the industries to focus on the others. For the enterprise diagnosis tools, we can select off some companies to focus on the others or bring them back. Right, this is navigator. Right, we can show the charts, right, interactively. Right, if the audience is interested in something else, you can also bring that up. Now, so the charts can bring more information and allow you to make different choices, right? And so you can answer what-if questions. Now, in case you need, right, you can also bring up your notes, right? And finally, if you want to share the project, right, with other people, please use this link. Enormous business intelligence and insights have been generated on this site by people from all around the world. You are free to search and discover your favorite projects and insights in the project gallery. Okay, here, let's view this project. Right, somebody else's project, and you're welcome to join the discussion. Right, where you can ask questions and provide comments or answers. Right, on the right, you can find similar or related projects for further reading. Now, you can copy any projects publicly available on this site by clicking on the site, right, to your own workspace. If you are interested in any particular user, you can view their public profile and projects here. Open up a user, right? You can see the projects created by this user or projects commented or viewed by this user. Now, if you have any questions, right, you can send the user messages. Finally, the answers to some frequently asked questions can be found here.